kind of like a fish tank.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like the filter on a fish tank. But it's, you can tell what they've been eating. Like, ours eat a lot of corn, and the inside of the gizzard was all yellow, that lining from the corn. You can kind of tell what they've been eating. And, you can tell when chickens are fed feed and corn and then, you know, anything else out there, because the meat's a different color and it tastes a lot better. And you can see some of their fat that you pull out from the inside is yellow from the corn. So that's pretty cool.
Alright, so once you do the butthole, then what do you do?
Once you do the butthole,
and you,
then you hold it under the faucet and you clean out all the insides. Clean out all the inside, and then you can season it or marinate it or whatever. And you can, some people like to let them freeze overnight and then cook them the next day, or you can just do it fresh right away. It doesn't really matter. But
which way do you prefer it?
I've never had it fresh right away. I've always frozen them after we did it. So, I mean, I imagine it would taste good to do it right away. I mean, because it's clean, you just cleaned it all out. So, I mean, why not? You're going to cook it anyway, so any bacteria that might be on it is going to get killed when you cook it. So.
But it's probably a long process, and you're just tired by the time you're done, so freezing it, it's just like, okay, end of the day, and we'll just deal with this crap tomorrow, right?
Yeah, because, yeah, Pilgrims and Pioneers and shit, I don't know how they got up at the ass crack of dawn and, like, butchered 6 chickens for Sunday dinner and cleaned them all out and then went about fucking stuffing them and cooking them and
but see, I can't. You know why?
Meal.
Do you know why? Because at 4 o'clock this morning, I heard Lenola, or what, how do you say her name? Lenola?
Nona.
Nona? She was up at 4 a.m. cooking a roast in the kitchen for everybody today.
Oh, yeah. She's crazy.
So she is a pioneer.
G'day.
She's a great lady, I'll tell you what.
Oh, she's hilarious.
She is. She's funny.
She's great. I always try to ask her, you know, how she cooks everything so I can try and replicate it. And she tries to explain it, but then she just gets in this mode and she starts cooking and she throws some of this in and some of this in, and then she goes and gets this, and you're trying to watch her and, you know, do it. She could never host a cooking show because you miss so much. It's ridiculous, and all her shit tastes so good. And,
like my shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I've only had you cook for me like twice.
I know. You know why? There's so many people at the house. Everybody takes a turn. I don't have to.
That's right.
But be guaranteed, Sherry gives me a lot of grief about that. Because when Marcus,
I heard you're due to make meatloaf.
Yeah, and Marcus kind of burns things. But he's getting better. Have you noticed that? He is getting better.
He's been cooking more.
But yeah, she misses my cooking. But I have to admit, Marcus does too, because he came over the other day asking me how to make my macaroni salad. Feels like I'm not making it again. None of you ate it last time I made it, so now you must make it. There is the food. Yum. That's been cooking since 4 o'clock this morning right there.
There's not much meat in there.
That's okay. She only wanted me to get,
Is it good?
She wanted me to get 2 pounds of meat, and I'm thinking, when I was at the store, I was thinking, we have 3 teenage boys, us 3,
and
Christopher,
who is the size of 3 teenage boys.
Yeah, he's like 6'1" and like this. He walks like this. And then there's Nona, and I mean, that's a lot. That 2 pounds of meat isn't going to go far with 3, 6, 8 people in this house. But that's alright. Let's see. I don't know, other than cooking it however you want after that. That's pretty much all there is to butchering a chicken.
Alright, so you just
And,
clean out the insides under the sink and then it's ready to process?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, then you can make your stuffing and stuff it, or you can season it, or you can marinate it for however long.
So how are we going to start off? You've got a big pot of water out there boiling.
Yep. I have a pot like this, so it's going to take a while to get it boiling. It should hopefully be getting close now. And then we are going to... Actually, I have the string already, when you tie up their legs to hang them, to drain them. Christopher sharpened the cleaver for me this morning. He looked pretty creepy, like the Undertaker, standing in the kitchen.
Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, he was in there really quiet, sharpening the cleaver in the kitchen.
And look, the road's right out there, people. And you know, when people drive by, we'll just capture them and butcher them as they come by. Yeah, that's really what we're going to do.
Wrong turn.
Wrong turn.
The crazies. There's a pitchfork out the chicken coop. And then there's a piece of 2x4 outside because you want something underneath them to make contact with the cleaver, because the last thing you want is for the chicken's head to just kind of go like this, because the cleaver's hitting grass and there's not something hard underneath to actually make a clean slice.
Okay.
Because that would just be sad. Let's see.